This video is brought to you by Digital Greyhound Racing, a new NFT game by BetNFT. The game is launching soon. For more information, go to betnft.run. Hello everyone and welcome to Greyhound Gold. James Broadhurst with you. Joining me once again is Brett Honey. Brett, you must be looking forward to this weekend of chasing. It's a ripper.
Yeah, cannot wait, JB. Good to be with you today. Yeah, sensational card racing both at Mandurah and at Cannington. Obviously got the Good Friday Cup there Friday night, a little twilight meeting there, and of course two heats of the Miata. One of the dogs that got me into the sport, Miata, when I was a young fella heading down to the track, so great to have a race on it in her name. And yeah, Group 3 level, some very handy dogs going around. Cannot wait to get stuck in.
Absolute one of the legends of the sport here in Western Australia. And got a dog going around in that series that might be able to rival Miata longer term. We will
That's
see.
A big call, JB. Early doors, 30 seconds into the show, and we're comparing dogs to Miata.
Well,
unbelievable.
You never know. You can throw it out there. Hey, look, we'll find out.
We will.
If Mambo Manelli can do it, you can take one step closer this Saturday night by getting through that heat series. But that's ahead of us, Brett. Before we get to this weekend, you picked out a winner from last week.
Absolutely, and we're going back to the Lou Dawson Memorial Final last Saturday night at Cannington, and surprise, surprise, it was taken out by Vice Group. There were plenty of opinions about this race. Would Archibald be able to lead? Would Vice Group be able to get over? Well, Archibald was able to lead, but right on his heels was Vice Group. He's the champ at the moment. So Archibald lead. Rostered off, showed a fair bit of speed from box 1, was able to hunt up there as well from box 1, but Archibald was really pressured by Vice Grip the whole way, and Vice Grip in the end just bullied him out the way, going past his 715 metre boxes. He was able to go on with it. I thought the run of momentum was particularly impressive. He just never saw daylight for the first 150 metres of the race. Was able to run past Rostov, which is no mean feat. Obviously Rostov known over a little bit further as well, so thought those two greyhounds were superb, but it's all about Vice Grip at the moment, going all the way. Overall times were 5:48 early, 18:45 to the second mark, 11:25 on the run home, 29.70 overall. This greyhound now, we talk about dogs over the past few years, JB, that have been dominant in WA. We think of Weston Augie, we think of Tommy Shelby, and now you have to have Vice Grip in that bracket. He's now taken out the Group 1 Perth Cup, the Group 2 All-Stars, and now he's picking up a swagger, these $20,000 features that we have every so often at Cannington. He's putting his name right up there with some of the very best to do it in the last 10 years.
Just keeps rolling on, doesn't he? Vice Grip challenged early. Archibald did everything he had to do.
He's just such a good race dog, though. Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Was able to roll on and win, and he just keeps doing it, and just wouldn't be backing against him at the moment. He is just too good.
I tried not doing it again.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
Not doing it again.
That's right. Hope you've learnt your lesson, young man.
I really haven't, but that's the story for another day. Let's get stuck into some tips at Mandurah. Of course, we've got the Good Friday Cup. Really looking forward to that. We do know that you've got a tip in that race, but I'll kick it off with my best bet. Looking to do it late in the program. Race 9, number 2, Rage on Satara. Surprise, surprise,
well,
JB.
When
one
I
of
saw
my
the
favourites.
Fields here, Brett, I thought I just knew exactly where you were going to go.
I do have a love affair with this greyhound, but what he's got is early speed. Now he's able to run out that 405 trip much better. He can go 22.50. I just don't see any of these dogs holding him out. Like, who's going to lead him here? And from there, he's going to run his 22.5. He's been racing some very handy dogs, the likes of Bones McCoy, Stang and Moose. He came out of that race last week, and those two, as well as Eagle Manelli, they've gone on to do some really good things, and they're going to be two in the market for the Good Friday Cup. They're not here. I think he just gets on the arm and he wins. Looks a pretty straightforward proposition for Age on Satara, and if he can win with me on board at the moment, that's a big feat in itself. My value comes up. Race 5, number 1, Shiraka. We're taking on each other here.
We are.
Put them up. Put them up. Yep, very, very exciting stuff. I'm going with number 1, Shiraka. In this race, I think the key runner's Windburn Burner in box 2. I backed a dog last week called Yunderup Sheila, who's got box 4 in this particular race. Now, Windburn Burner was effectively ending the chances there of Yunderup Sheila. He's a wide runner, and I just think Shirakawa, who looks to be a greyhound that's desperate for the rail, she gets box 1 here. She's actually been jumping okay. She just doesn't have the greatest muster, so she's going to give it a clear room here. She's as fast as any dog in this race. She went 27.60 odd from back in the field 2 starts ago. If she can get a clear look at him here, we've got greyhounds in this race that can show a bit of pace, like My Dad Zorgi, who might be able to get on the arm, but they don't want to be given a too big a break to Shirakawa. She'll be going 2 to their 1 late. I'm very keen to get involved there. Race 5, number 1, Shirakawa, my value bet, along with my best bet, race 9, number 2, Rage on Zatara. How about yourself there at Mandurah?
I'm just going to say, Shirokaba also going out at big odds pretty much every week.
Absolutely, that's why I'm even keener.
I like that as an each-way play there. Look, my best bet, I'm heading towards this final here of the Good Friday Cup, race 7, the dog jumping out of box 3, Eagle Manelli. Maybe a bit of a boring bet, I guess, but this dog's certainly on a very sharp upward trajectory, isn't he, Brett? Now won his past 5 starts, came through that cutthroat heat. That was as good of
the
as
run
a
was
final.
full of merit, and to run down a dog like Stanger Moose,
Right.
like, that's just a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
That looked to me, might be early call on this. That looked to me like a changing the guard right there in the 405. The king of the 405. We'll see. The time will tell. But look, coming into this race in super hot form, look, no doubt he's up to this level. There maybe was some question marks last week that, is he up to this or not? He is. I think he'll be going on and winning it, and he'll be a dominant figure over that short course journey for a long time, I suggest. So race 7, number 3, Eagle Manelli. My value play is in that race 5 there, Brett, with you. I'm going for the dog jumping out of box 3 here, Floki's Revenge. Look, this is an easy each way option for me, Brett. This dog's been finding the podium of late quite easily, and I think it's a genuine winning chance here. He's placed run up past 3 starts, but prior to that he had won a couple as well. Last week, My Dad's Augie got the jump on him. This time round, Floki's Revenge on the inside.
It is a different box draw, that's for sure. Yeah.
My Dad's Augie is on the outside. We'll see if My Dad's Augie can do that again. We'll see what your dog does in the one. But I'm happy to be on Floki's Revenge, and we know that he'll be coming home strongly as well. So race 5, number 3, Floki's Revenge for me for an each-way option.
We've laid out our cases for the jury to decide, and we'll see which dog can get the nod there on Friday. Looking forward to that.
Hopefully one of ours.
Hopefully, yeah. Watch My Dad's Augie get on the arm, go 27-4. That'd be brilliant. Absolutely. But hopefully one of us can get the cash there. Let's head across to Cannington Saturday night. My best bet. There's a couple here going around Saturday night that could be short odds. You know, the likes of Mambo, Manelli, Zipping Ontario's quite short in the race book. Momentum late in the program. So I've gone away from those because you can more or less find them yourself. Going with race 5, number 8, Granite Song for a best bet. I think there's 2 key chances in this race. You've got Western Cider from box 1 and Granite Song from box 8. Now, with Western Cider, he's got the map advantage. Just not sure how well he's going. He did cop a little bit of trouble in a race on a Wednesday last start, but did go back through the field quite quickly. So, even though he might get the arm here, just going with a stronger type here in Granite Song, who had box 8 a couple of starts ago on Perth Cup night when I was quite keen on him. Now, he did run 3rd on that occasion, but the Greyhound there that won, Sunset Whistler, went 22.66, and Nick Flash was on the rail from box 1 and was able to sit nice and close. So they were the 2 that beat him home. I think there's no problem with that effort at all. He did cop some attention on that night as well. So I think he's going really well here, Granite Song. He loves box 8. Unsee this in box 7 is probably the best dog in the race in terms of times, but he does want to get down the rail. Not sure where he gets to from box 7. So it's either Western Cider gets on the arm and he does show his best and runs sub 30. If not, I think Granite Song can be the one there that's going to be hot on his heels and running him down. So very keen to team up there with Granite Song in race 5.
You've actually thrown out quite a few other options there for a best bet, but no, I like the confidence.
Yeah, well, look, it's going to be an open race in terms of the market. I think they could, be jumping out of trees to back Western Cider. So, even though he's not going to be, he might be, $5 or all that, but I've got him close to favourite. So in that respect, he goes as a best bet there for
calculations,
me. Yep,
yes.
Calculations, very mathematical and scientific here on Greyhound Gold. My value comes up in race 2, and that's number 1, Stargazer. Greyhound had a little break, is now having his 3rd run back. In this race, you've got 2 species in it with Elite Weapon and John Dutton. I think they're drawn the wrong side of each other. We've got Elite Weapon who wants to get off the track, and you've got John Dutton who wants to get down the rail. I can't find a big enough difference in their early sections to suggest that they're not going to find each other. And I'm going to go with the dog here that I think is the best race dog in the race. He's not the fastest in terms of times, but I think he's a very good race dog, and he's quite a smart chaser in Stargazer. He does want to race in the middle of the track himself, but I've seen him, use the rail to his advantage when he needs to. I think he's got a really good chance here to get back onto the winners list, and he's going to go out of price with his recent form. I think he can improve sharply here, and we have seen a couple from this kennel. Probably the most recent example is Historic Time, who's been able to improve a couple of lengths out of nowhere. I think they can do that with Stargazer here on Saturday. He's got a superb chance from the red there, so keen to team up with race 2, number 1, Stargazer, along with race 5, number 8, Granite Song. How about yourself there on Saturday night?
It does tend to bob up, doesn't he, Stargazer?
He can add value too.
I'm going towards the first race here. Brett, the dog, jumping out of the cherry for my best bet. Ice King. Somehow, this dog hasn't managed to win at Cannington as yet.
Has jumped in some very good dogs. Jimmy Joe Goat Rose is a very handy dog.
But yeah, that's exactly right. It's been knocking on the doors. It's just amazing. But you know, the old cigarette paper difference between winning and losing from this dog. Love to see him stick to the rail a bit more, I must admit. But I think he might be leading this one, and if he does, he should be hard to beat. So race 1, number 1, Ice King, for all your Adventure Time fans out there. And for my value play, heading towards race 4, number 1, Tiger Town. Hopefully comes out at each way odds here. Yet to win over the 600, this Greyhound, but once again looking for a breakthrough win here. Has been very close. The 3 attempts he has had over this journey, he's been a runner-up, and
I think one of those was against Hecton's Boy as well, who made the Perth Cup final, so it's not bad form.
Absolutely. Hecton's Boy obviously in this race as well. Thought the times here from Tiger Town pretty handy. The dangers, Hecton's Boy and Exhilarate, which won last week, they're out wide. Tiger Town's got the advantage of the pole. Whether he's able to use that to full extent, we'll see. But his form, other than outside of the 600 metre race, is pretty handy as well. So look, happy to go with him, and hopefully he does come up at each way odds here. So race 4, number 1, Tiger Town for me on Saturday night.
Sensational. Hope we can get a few collects there, a couple there that just steering away from those odds-on favourites that are on late in the program. Hopefully we can get our cash nice and early, and that can set it up for a really good night there at Cannington. I can't wait for it. Those 2 heats, they're only 5-dog fields, but with the dogs that are in there's going to be plenty of dogs going under that sub 42 mark. It's going to make for some exciting chasing. Really is. Great to see Mambo back. We haven't seen this dog since the Galaxy win. He is like a very exciting prospect. So he's Saturday night, of course, down there on Friday. We've got the Good Friday Cup, this Good Friday meeting. It's an early start time. First race kicks off just before 4:30, so don't miss out on that. Plenty of good racing ahead, Brett. I'm looking forward to it. If you can't make it to the track, we will see you next week on Greyhound Gold.